Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Deborah. Today I'm going to be working on this Edith Holden book cover, which is Nature Notes, and it's a pretty green and the end papers are just beautiful. Look at those, and there's one in this one as well. So each of the end papers are there, and I've left a couple of the other pages in. I've just put some tape down the centre to hold it together, and I've got some file folders. And this morning I bought these beautiful papers, which are from 49 and Market. Got half a dozen of them, and I thought I could make something with them. So I'm going to start by measuring my book, because I haven't done that yet. So we've got 9 inches by 7 inches. So the page is going to be 9 by 7. And I think I'm going to make them out of the file folder, put them in, and then decorate them. If you're following along, I'm just going to draw those measurements on here for you. So what I've done is I've got a 1-inch spine, because that's the size of my book, and then on the left side of that spine I've cut it to 6.5 inches, and then on the right side I've also cut it to 6.5 inches. So basically that's going to be in the middle, and these are going to be the books. I'm using some Helmer's 450 to get this in here, because it will pretty much stick most things. And I've made it a bit not quite as wide as the book, so when it folds up the pages won't come out the top section. I've done that on purpose. I really want to have it in the book like that. Then I'm just going to replicate that piece again. The next step is to glue another piece the same size on the inside. So it's not going to be a huge book, but it's going to have lots of room, as you'll see when I get finished with it. So I've cut 2 more pieces, and I'm going to attach them to the ends. So I'll just put that in shot for you so you can see what I'm doing. I've got the fold over bit here, and I'm going to put that onto there so that this piece folds in. Now because this piece is a bit long, I'm going to have to trim another inch off the end of it, so that when I fold it again it's actually going to fit into the book. So I'll show you that piece afterwards, because I'm going to start by doing the front of the book, which is not where I normally start decorating. However, I have a piece of paper and I want to use it. Just have to find it now. So this piece of paper is just beautiful, and I just wanted to use it, and I have a photo that I'm going to put in there, which again I just have to hunt for it. Oh, here it is. So I've got this photo and I want to put it in here. So I'm just going to work out how I'm going to do that without wrecking everything. So I'm going to start by measuring. So my photo's a tiny bit smaller than the frame. My photo is 5 and I could probably get away with 4.5 inch photo. I'll trim it down. You can see it's been something else is attached. It's a very old picture. It's an original, but I do have a copy of it, and I want to cut a slot so it sticks in there. And because the frame isn't long enough, I don't want to cut the bottom of the photo because I want to keep my dress in there, but I'm going to make a slot so that I can stick it in. So if I ever want to pull it out and look at it, I'll be able to. So I'm not actually going to do too much glue on this photo. You can see it's already been glued to death in different photo albums over the years. So that's what I wanted to do, was put that in there. So let's do some cutting to start with. And then the size of the book is that 7 inches across. I want to make sure that when I put it on, I get as much of the floral in as I can. I know it's got to go down there. In fact, it might not be a bad idea just to lightly draw around that so I know where that's got to go. I've now finished making the journal, and I've just done a couple of little bits and pieces to the front cover, and then this is the inside. So I've also put a little envelope here. I've got a heap of these little envelopes that I've had for years. So I'll show you what else I've done with those, but the journal just is covered in papers, and then this opens up. So you've got that, and then it opens up again, and there's the envelopes I've put in it. They've all got a little bit of square paper in there, and I'll go through and write on them afterwards. And then on the other side, it also opens up. And now I wanted to put some things in it. So to do that, I have pulled out my handmade ephemera that I fixed up and found and put in a box the other day. And I think I'm going to use that in this book. I do have this, which I was making a mini journal out of, and I didn't get around to it. I'm going to start by putting that in the centre here. I think I'm going to put it in this one here. Now, once this goes down on here, I probably don't want it to be able to pop up like that. So I am just going to put a little bit of tape between all these. I'm not going to worry too much. I'm just going to make sure that they'll stay where I want them to stay. So that when the journal is opened, it'll be like a little booklet rather than an accordion. So now I've got that in, you can see it there, and it still allows me to fold the page up and then to close the book. You can see it at the top there. And I'm going to decorate that. Right, I've covered all those. I might have to put some washi tape on there, but first of all I'm going to put some decoration on. Now, if you remember on my other video recently, I was looking at my scraps and making ephemera from them, and I put them into a tub called my handmade ephemera, and so I just went through that just now and I pulled a heap of it out. So this is the front of the book, the first page, I've got this little embellishment that I made the other day, which was inspired by a magazine. So I'll have to link to the video for that one because I thought that might look nice right at the front of the book. I know I'm sticking down this music paper, but that just can't be helped because I want to use it in this book. And there's lots of little space for journaling in this particular item, so that'll be good. that was the quickest journal that I've decorated ever, because I've used all of that handmade ephemera. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it in this journal. You can see how chunky it is now. It's really bursting at the seams, but that's okay. It's how I like them. So let's just have a look at what I've done. So I've got my beautiful end papers, and it's the Nature Notes of an Edwardian Lady. That's an Edith Holden book. Little thing down here, and I've got these in each of these little envelopes. There is a little piece of folded paper. This all came with it, and then another little piece that I could put on the front if I want to. As I'm going through, I'm going to make little notes in those. And then I've used the journal that I made the other day, the little mini journal, in here on the front. And then on this page I don't have anything, or this page, but I could put something down. I've still got lots of ephemera there, but for now I'm just going to leave it. And then here, I thought that matched really well with this blue paper. And then the Prosper one, and then over we go to this one here. That folds over. You'll recognise some of these if you've been following along on my channel. And then I've put this one in here. Now over here I've made a pocket and put that in. This one's got nothing. So I've done a pocket down here with that little girl, and another little paper doll decoration here. I've got these. I really need to put some washi tape on the back of here, so I'll do that. And then over, and then this opens up. Just move that across so you can see it. The decoration here. Got a little tuck spot up here for this one. It's coming apart a little bit, but we'll fix that. So that's a little chap with a paper bag and some cogs in it. Tim Holtz stamp here. And over on this side, this is one I made the other day as well. And then the back. And then this one, it's got one on it. And that's the end of the journal. So I'm very pleased with that. Super quick. So now I'm going to have to make some more handmade ephemera to fill my box up again. This is Deborah. Thanks for watching. Cheers.